Family, what's good with you? It's your boy Milky Way J. Welcome back to another banger. And as y'all can see in the title below, we're back with Death Battle, man. And this might be the best one I've seen, hands down. It might be. If not the best, it's definitely top 3. But I need y'all to help let me know what y'all thought in the comments below, because in terms of this was one of the closest by far. This was one of the closest. And the animation, the sound effects, the video edits, everything about this was so good. It looks so good, so I cannot wait for y'all to see this. Really, when you lay out the stats, the feats of both of these two characters, it's a pretty close matchup. Y'all gonna see by the end of this video, and I want y'all to let me know how y'all felt about it. Like the video if y'all like the video, and subscribe to the channel if y'all are new and y'all want to join Milky Way Gang. We on the road to 1K. I appreciate y'all so much. Spread love to the people that mean most of y'all. Enough of me yapping. Let's get into this video. This one was crazy. I'll see y'all in there. Oh, you look good. Let's get it.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy.
All right, initial thoughts. I know bare minimum about Final Fantasy. I do know some about like the characters that have been in the Smash Bros. Other than that, I'm not really too versed in Final Fantasy. That's just not my spiel. I do mess with Dante, Devil May Cry. I do mess with him a lot. I am a big fan. So my feelings on this, as a few of these fights have been, like, recently with these death battles, I've only known like one or the other. You feel me? I'm gonna be leaning towards Dante, but I'm interested to see what the feats are.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power, and every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time.
Yeah.
Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing:
killing demons. And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power.
Dante, 6'2", 184. He's in his 40s. He goes by Tony Redgrave sometimes. He's a human demon hybrid. He likes pizza, Sundays, narrow parties, and dislikes demons, Mundus. The May and Zero
kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor.
We know Dante.
And regenerate like an unstoppable
I
force
hope we
of
all
nature.
know Dante.
As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion.
Yep.
Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips, and they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks, Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are...
I'm not reading off all these weapons. I'm not doing it.
Also a motorcycle, Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira, and Navan,
if y'all was dropping bread for this shit,
electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil.
Right.
Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante,
he be vibing out when he put the
needed
hat
this
on,
and
bruh.
much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double
You know them emotional high-stake fights always lead to some sort of awakening.
team foes
in
with
any type of
Doppelganger.
With
fiction.
a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger.
All right, we're gonna read his abilities. So he got transformations, Devil Trigger, which they were about to get into, Majin Devil Trigger, Sin Devil Trigger. He has superhuman speed and strength, air hike, doppelganger, dreadnought, regeneration, Quicksilver, royal guard, and teleportation. My dog is OP.
A super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the Demon World.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Damn.
Oh, that guy. I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns
never
out
are.
he had a nephew,
They never are.
Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And
Right.
for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of
That do sound
regeneration
like a
that Dante
long story. I'm
has,
trying to
meaning he
find
can
out,
survive being turned into a
I need to
puddle.
dive more
So
deep
Dante
into
was ready
Devil
when
May
Virgil
Cry.
somehow
No
returned.
cap.
Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's
Whoa.
demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with loose,
Whoa.
obliterate with the fires of judgment, and surpass even the legendary
I need to
Sparta.
play this
But
joint.
although Dante
Hey,
was
y'all let me
totally
know which. I watched the anime and I watched some videos about Dante. I played like one of them. I can't even remember how long ago it was, but it wasn't even mine. I just played that joint, but damn, I need to dive more deep into this. All right, so some of his feats. He outsped Nero's Petal Ray. He severed the Quillfoth tree with Virgil. He withstood bombardment from meteors, shook a miles-wide cavern when fighting Urizen, survived Virgil's space-cutting judgment cut, sliced thousands of raindrops in less than a second. That's like a Brook from One Piece type feat. He defeated Void Mundus, Argosax, Abigail, Nightmare, and Virgil.
match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante
Right.
realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and
they
prepared
like-
for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can
Teamed
choose
up.
your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Okay. Okay. That was
Whiz,
cool.
it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news. This battle is sponsored by Raycon. Hot
Sound great. Somehow, they magic.
30 now before save on Ray. Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince,
Final Fantasy. Hold on. That's 16.
Clive Rossfield, a man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
I gotta lock
Anybody
in
who's
for
a
this.
dom
I
can
don't
draw
know
on magic
nothing.
life juice called ether,
Nothing.
becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks, and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua.
All right, so his name is Clive Rosefield. He's 33. He's 6 foot 184. They about the same build, no cap. His roles: dominant of Ifrit, shield of Rosario. He likes Joshua, Jill, Torgal, theater. He dislikes Annabelle and discrimination. The guy from Tekken 8.
Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when
don't even
Annabella
know.
betrayed Rosaria
Like,
for the
Final
Empire.
Fantasy
found
looked
Breck.
kinda
In one night,
interesting.
Clive's knights,
Yeah.
people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and
So they be
destroy the
getting
mother
murked?
crystals?
Hold on. So they be in this specific Final Fantasy, I guess they be getting murked for being able to use magic without a special crystal. Why is that like that should be a plus, right? That sounds like a bonus. That sounds like, okay, you're like elite. I'm confused, but hey,
Ruining the planet.
Racism
while
is
picking up
racism,
some
right?
nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons.
Right.
From Sid, he received
I'm
Vermouth,
interested to see
so
how
he
this
could
fight
summon
goes.
light.
they look like they animated the hell out of this too. Whenever they like the preview for the fight, so
From his
It
babe
should be
Jill,
a
he
good
got
one.
Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this Dragon Prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers.
his arsenal, he contains swords, Invictus, Götterdämmerung, Omega weapon, original sin, limit break, which is increased strength and speed and a healing factor. He has Ifrit. He's 20 meters high, tall. I don't know how tall that is. He has enhanced regeneration, attacks, and defends with fire. Ifrit Risen, I guess is like a different form of Ifrit. Flight, homing, fire blast, and light speed. And then Econs, Ifrit, Phoenix, Garuda, Ramu, Titan, Bahamut, Shiva, Odin, Leviathan, and Ultima. I'm learning.
And even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years
so
freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen.
Yo.
Now fully.
This fight is about to get crazy as hell. Right now, I have no clue. It seems like he might have the advantage. Right now, and he might have the advantage.
In control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person, God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me.
I was just about to bring up One Piece right when they said will. You know what? Since he said that,
it
I'm
made
just
Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima squared, but Clive still...
He wins this. Come on, Dante. I'm rooting for you. This man beat the boss's phase 2 in base form.
Kicked his ass, using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will. Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive.
He intercepted Bahamut's light rays, vaporized a large tsunami. He shattered Titan's Lost, destroyed a meteor with Joshua, withstood hits from 2 billion ton rock tentacles, overpowered the planet, wiping Zeta Flare. He defeated Titan, Bahamut, Odin, Omega, Leviathan.
Whether he lived
Ultima.
or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
That's tough. That's tough.
The battle's coming up next,
can't
so
lie.
call your winner
Like,
now,
look at
folks,
this
just like our
animation, y'all.
sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips for basketball
Cody Upside.
for probably PG customer. Possibilities.
It's time for a
The
death
death battle. Let's get into it. Now, this is going to be crazy. I hope Dante wins, though. Yeah. Blicked up. Yeah.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Bars. Yeah. Man. That man got jiggy with him.
Fancy yourself a bard?
The animation, the choreography, the visual effects, the sound effects, death battle, y'all going crazy. Y'all going crazy right now. Don't ever stop. He is vibing out. That would have me hot too though. If a man is dodging my attacks that I'm throwing at him by dancing with one of these, come on now. I'm gonna be pissed too. I'm doing this too. Come on, Dante. Yup. Dante a troll though.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
What the hell is that?
Yo, nah, this might be the best one. This might be the best one. They made it look like they fighting in game. I can't make this up.
Virgil's got some competition. Still holding out on me?
Dante's gonna lose. I see it now. I see it
Cries for
now.
more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
Pull out his E-free. Oh yeah. Kaiju battle. At this point, this is what I predict the final battle of Kaiju number 8 is gonna look like. When number 8 and number 9 square off, finally, when in they full forms.
Don't underestimate you.
Yo, what the hell is going on? Oh no, not another base form battle. Yeah.
I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey. Clive, I need it free!
Oh no.
not bad at all.
Oh, I seen it coming.
After a fight like this, a god will be nothing.
Okay, that was a whole nother level of
Extreme
close,
dip
but I
fight.
think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely.
Yo, that might have been the best one. Hey, y'all gotta let me know down in the comments below what y'all thought about that
It
one.
was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Even
Still,
stats.
given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin
I didn't
Devil
even think
Trigger
about
burn
that.
through
When
even
he was using it in the anime, he was running out of his form.
faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen
so
is
this
how
came
Dante
down
killed
to
Virgil in the
endurance,
first
bro.
place.
This
Even if
was
we
the
assume
most
Dante
even
could get a
fight
second wind, it's always possible
that I've
Clive
seen
could
on
get one
this
too,
plate- on
becoming
this,
even
channel.
stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
Next time
Yo, let's see what they got.
on Death Battle.
2025 finale.
Subscribe.
Ash versus Yugi? Oh, this is finna be turned. That was one of the closest ones. That was so fire. Dante versus Clive. I didn't know much about either. I only watched the anime for Devil May Cry. I played a little bit of one of the games many years ago, but it was not mine, so I don't really remember it too much. And like the abilities and feats and stuff. But Final Fantasy, I don't know anything about. So this was crazy to watch. This was very informative about the two, and I enjoyed both sides and learning about them both. Like I said, it was going to be close, but I didn't know if Dante would win it, and ultimately he just lost by endurance, man. But that was the closest one we've seen. Make sure y'all like the video. If y'all like the video, comment down below what y'all thought, and if y'all disagree, and subscribe to the channel if y'all are new and y'all don't want to miss another banger like this one. I love y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. This is your boy Milky Way J. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe.